One of the secrets to exposure for your business lies within supporting Black businesses and entrepreneurs. And that is why the Southern California Black Chamber of Commerce is here, to connect Black businesses from the desert to the sea. Let's join hands to empower and sustain our community. By becoming a member of the Southern California Black Chamber of Commerce, you can grow your business and increase your clientele. With our innovation, we'll generate new businesses and get new customers. And we'll connect new mindsets with businesses from across Southern California to help bridge the wealth gap. Let's connect, build, and grow together. Join us now at blackchamberofcommerce.org.
Welcome, welcome. This is MyTueSense, and I am your host, Debra Mcglothurn. I am mother, daughter, sister, auntie, cousin, and friend. I'm caring and considerate. I have a master's in business administration, a BS in business, and I have 5 children that give me degrees that you will never see on the wall. That's a little bit about me. And what is my 2 cents? My 2 cents is my take on situations in life. It's basically motivation through exposure. So I would like to share some things that I feel that need to be said, have some conversations that I feel like need to be had. So I would share a little bit of my 2 cents. You share a little bit of your 2 cents, and hopefully together we can make some sense. So we can make some minute changes in our lives and in the lives of those people around us. And with that being said, if you have any topics that you would like for me to discuss on my 2 cents, please drop them in the comments, send us an email at the email listed below or in the notes in the live here on Facebook. I lost my word. But send me an email to emilianoble@gmail.com, or you can, like I said, leave a comment in the messages, in the comment. Leave a message in the comments, and I'll get it. If you'd like to also be a guest on the show, same thing. You can reach out to me and let me know what's on your mind, what you'd like to talk about, and we can talk about it. And let's see, you can share my 2 cents and you can share your 2 cents. So, the topic for today is, are you in motion? Are you in motion? And we're going to talk about that when we come back after this commercial.
Business owners are raving about the new talk show, Strictly Business with host Rich Wallace. Tune in as the top experts in business share their success stories, strategies, guidance, and advice to help you grow your business. With guests from the top companies to your favorite influencers, Strictly Business with host Rich Wallace is the show to watch for all things business. Our conversations are strictly business. We discuss new funding options, new business initiatives, best business practices, all things business explain. We provide you with the tips you need for your business, all in one morning business talk show. Be sure to tune in. Are you a business owner? Do you have a story to share? Are you able to help our audience? Then we want you on Strictly Business with host Rich Wallace. Visit the website at edgetvnetwork.net and select Be a Guest to schedule your appearance today.
And we are back. So the topic for today, are you in motion? How are you guys feeling these days? We've had some really beautiful weather here in sunny California. And hopefully you're taking advantage of it all, soaking up some sun. And how about the rest of you and the rest across the nation? Having beautiful weather is a great motivation for being outside, being active, and having movement. It kind of gives you the okays, like, just even walking out there and like, it's such a beautiful day. Let me do something. I can't just stay in the house because it's such a beautiful day. And I'm one of those people that also like to have the windows open. So I like to see what's going on outside. I used to work at this job and we didn't have any windows whatsoever. And it was like, I couldn't wait to leave because I need to be outside. I need to see some grass, some trees, whatever is going on outside. So it was a holiday weekend, and you probably spent it with time some time with friends or family, having a cookout, grilling, playing some cards, some dominoes, listening to some music, watching fireworks, the works, etc. And that's all great. How many of you participated in more physical way of engaging with games and sports and races? I don't think that we do that enough. Now, cards and dominoes, now that can be considered movement depending on how you play. If you're slapping bones or slamming bones rather, trash talking and really engaging in the game. And if you don't play dominoes, you probably don't understand what slamming bones means, but basically it's involving extreme sudden movements, arm stretches, and forceful playing of the dominoes on the table on the play. So if you know, you know, right? I spent the 4th downtown with my brother and his girlfriend. They were in town for the weekend, and we went to Disney. So we were hanging out in downtown Disney, not just going into the rides and doing all that kind of stuff, but we were in downtown Disney and we did a lot of walking. And when I say a lot of walking, we walked there. Their hotel was directly across the street from from Disney, downtown Disney. But even leaving from there, walking in there, it was not right across the street. I'm like, it took us probably 30 minutes to go across the street inside to the place. So that was part of our walking, just right there. And then we walked around inside, just going from place to place. So, that for me, I like to stay active, and that's all good with me. That's right in line with me being active and staying active. And then on Sunday, I had a last minute kickball game, co-ed kickball game that was that one of the ladies, she was able to put together. And it's like, I'm always game for that kind of stuff. And it's funny to me because when I imagine adults playing kickball, what I see in my head is just us being silly, falling all over ourselves, all over the balls, each other, dropping the balls, just doing all kind of silliness, right? Because kickball, especially for people that haven't been out much, that haven't done a lot of physical activities, that don't do that kind of stuff. But the type of movement that I want to talk about today is more about consciously making motion for your personal productivity and for your mental health. So it recalculates in your mind into productivity, and it refreshes your mind so you can get yourself out of a rut. So when I'm talking about that type of movement, when I'm talking about motion, that's the type of movement I'm talking about, and getting yourself out of the rut. And how can we do that? So a couple of years ago, I had gone through a heartbreak, and I was emotionally in no motion. I was in a no motion state. Now, don't get me wrong, because I truly believe, if you watch me, you know that I really believe in feeling whatever the feeling is, going through whatever it is that you're going through, whether it's grief, whether it's highs and lows of emotions. I believe in going through that, feeling through that. But I was extremely unproductive. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to go nowhere. I wasn't talking to nobody. Now, if someone called me, more than likely I would answer the phone. It wasn't like I was ignoring people, but I wasn't actively reaching out to anyone or doing anything. I was barely eating. Everything that I was involved with suffered. It's like, I'm here, but I'm not here. Even if, if I was there, because sometimes it was like I wasn't even there. I didn't make myself available. I didn't make myself go to some things. I was not participating in other things. But if I did show up, especially those people that knew me, knew that that wasn't how my usual self was. So, like I said, I was barely eating and I was losing weight, and I'm already small, right? I was already small then. I'm actually at my target weight, which we'll talk about that a little bit too, because when I get over it, like a half a pound, I'm like, wait, hold up. That's too much. I don't want that much. So I need to rephrase that and say, that's my max. I think I need to keep the target maybe a couple pounds below that so that I don't get over and be overindulged. So bring it down to 143 instead of 145. So I have a little leeway, because I saw that scale at 147 at one time, and I was like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Because yeah, the 145 is my max. So that's what I'm going to say now. That's my max that I want to be at. But I was extremely unproductive. I didn't want to do anything. And when I got to a place where I felt like I can't do this, I can't go on like this. I got to get myself together. I started going outside of me and I started a major writing project. I started getting up early every morning and walking Rocky. And not that I wasn't taking Rocky out anyway, but it was like a quick, let him go, take him out and bring him back in. So I had started walking him, and then walking him at least 30 minutes to an hour, because while I was walking him, I was also giving myself motion. So I started paying more attention to the little things, started noticing the birds singing, started noticing the neighbors out, having conversations with the neighbors, talking to them, speaking, talking to them, listening to the sound of the birds singing. I love to hear the birds singing in the morning. That's just a really comfortable place for me. It's like, especially if you hear it and you notice it, and it's like, but I love to hear the birds singing. Noticing routines of other people, and also noticing and taking notice of when something was off. Because if you're involved with other people and you're engaging and you see they normally do this or they normally do that, well, today something is not right, then you're engaging with other people's lives, right? So that was one of the other things. I added gardening, and I started watering my plants every morning after I walk. So Rocky and I, we would go out we'd do our 30-minute or an hour walk. Then I came back in and I had to tend to my garden. And in my garden, when you're growing fruits and vegetables, whatever it is, plants, you're out there every day and you paying attention to them. Just like when you have a kid and every day they do something new and you're so excited about the new thing that they did today. The garden was like that. I noticed every new leaf, every new bud, maybe not every one, because those tomatoes did sneak up on me. But you start paying attention and you see things that you didn't necessarily notice before. So I got excited about that. I saw an inchworm in one of my plants, and I'm like so excited about an inchworm. And I mean, and it was so tiny. It was like super tiny. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's an inchworm. And I was just super excited. And it's the little things like that that just kind of get you out of, I forgot that I wasn't feeling good. I forgot I was not in a good headspace. I forgot that I was sad and depressed or long, whatever it was that I was going through. Well, you know what I was going through because I told you what I was going through. But I got excited. And so then on top of that, I added riding my bicycle into that schedule. So riding my bike. So we would walk Rocky, feed the plants, put Rocky away, ride my bikes. And he started getting used to that schedule. So he already knew that when we came back, now we're going to go get the water. And he likes playing in the water and he likes dealing, fooling around with that. And I'd actually started watering my neighbor's plants as well. We kind of added that in. So it was just a number of different little things that was just adding onto my schedule. And it was getting me to open up more and more and be willing to be outside and do things and engage with other people and engage with other things and just doing stuff. So the more that I did, the more I was available both mentally and physically. And we're going to talk about that more when we come back from this commercial.
And excellence leaves a legacy. Join leaders, entrepreneurs, professionals, and visionaries from across Southern California for the Black Excellence in the Summit 26, presented by the California Black Chamber of Commerce, Long Beach chapter, on Friday, August 21st, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Connect with influential business leaders, discover new opportunities, build powerful relationships, and gain valuable insights to elevate your career, business, and community impact. Then, the celebration continues with an unforgettable casino night on Saturday, August 22nd, from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. Experience evening of networking, entertainment, gaming, prizes, and purpose. Here's Queen in Long Beach.
Every ticket helps support the youth-built organization, empowering young people ages 16 through 24 with opportunities in education, leadership development, workforce training, and lifelong success. Best of all, come build connections. The Black Excellence Business Summit and Casino Night 2026 at the Queen Mary in Long Beach,
where excellence meets opportunity, and together we build the next generation of leaders.
Register today
And be part of the movement.
And we are back. Looks like we may be having a little bit of technical difficulties. Nikisha, can I just bring you on screen for a moment and let's talk about this?
Yeah, hey Deborah, I noticed that viewers are coming on, but they can't stay on. There seems to be a technical issue with Facebook, so maybe we should just end this stream and then just restart it, and then you can just pick up where you left off.
Is it so you see people coming on, but they're not able to stay on, or they're getting kicked off?
Yeah, I've been trying to stay on, and every time I get on, it'll go about 12 seconds, and then it'll say, "Oh, you need to reload." And it's just been doing the same thing. Let me show.
Because I'm actually on my live, I don't see any activity on mine either.
Yeah, I think there's an issue with the feed. It got corrupted somehow when we went live. You remember when it first started and it was going back and forth? I don't even think people can hear what we're saying now. They can see that it's a live feed, but when it goes, it just starts with the countdown again. So we'll just end this real quick and then just go back live again, and it'll restart and we'll be good to go.
Okay, give me a moment and we'll do that.
All right.
We'll be back.